Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Syx. I got a tip from the comments from AR Farazan to make my buildings more round. So I looked in the menus. I found that is indeed a thing the pigoids care about, and they are the majority of our little village. If you look at their environment fulfillment meter on their little right click menu, you can see that they like the roundness. They can get up to 1 point of fulfillment, which is not nothing. I think they've got like 12-ish or something points right now. It's hard to tell. Ooh, the royal race is a buff. Anyways, so yeah, they care about roundness, but nobody else really cares about the roundness stuff. Like the dwarves very slightly care about the squareness of a building, but everyone else doesn't care or prefers roundness. So going forward, we're going to be building rounder buildings. I don't think it's like super hugely like a deal breaker, but it will add some fulfillment, which will be nice. I think I'm gonna expand my farming as well. I guess harvest some wild edibles. So we're gonna want to let some pigoids. I'm not gonna harvest that bit because I'm gonna build over it soon. We're gonna need some cotton farms as well. Probably to get started on our bread manufacturing since we have such a wild surplus of coal, and etc. But I want to start with the farms because I want to add some pigoids and set up some services for them with rounded buildings. The first thing I think I'm going to want to do is build a canteen up here because if you look at their food, they're not really getting much in food preference, and they're not really, like, they're most of the way there with their canteen. I don't know, everyone goes to canteen, so if they had a rounded building, I think it'd make them happier. This little yard over here is kind of crappy on fertility. So we can maybe build a rounded building here and then put the roads around it since they're already like kind of naturally going around it. But this is also a really small shape. Oh, I could do an L shape. Yeah, I think that would be good. So I'll get that started. So civics, food, canteen. A canteen is better than a cookery, but from what I've gathered, the bonuses from them seem additive. That's at least true of the like wells and stuff. Alright, about halfway organic. We can make this more organic. Alright, it's 100% organic. Now we just need the everything else. We should have enough pots and iron. Oh man, we're running low on iron. That might be something we need fixed too. Okay, let's say we got the double cookery technology. Okay, we've got enough tables. Could probably even... No, there's not really anywhere for another cooking station to fit, unfortunately. No, there's room for one tiny one. Then can I get a tiny table somewhere? Yeah, the chef's personal table. There we go. That's a little bit wonky, but whatever. Look, the pigoids like organic buildings, okay? It's a little frustrating that we're going to cut off the road there, but it is what it is. Gonna seal the deal on this. We're probably gonna need to chop down some forest to give us the wood for that. Is there anywhere? Yeah, this will work. As always, I'm kind of cutting it strips so it grows, just in case it grows back like Minecraft blocks. To get this process all started, I'm also going to allow in like 30 pigs. Because we need the odd jobbers in the short term, and we're going to build like 10 million farms in interim period as well. That's really space inefficient with these. That feels absolutely terrible. Okay. Just gonna build a dirt road, pretend that that's okay. We can get some okay farms here. Build a vegetable farm. Go for that classic shape that I go for. Boom. These are not like the perfectly idealist farms, but that's fine. Not really super happy about them, but that's fine. I don't know if the organicness of the farms matters for picoids either. But with the farms, I'm a little bit more concerned with just absolutely maximizing the amount of space that we use. Just because, like, we need it, you know? There's only so much farmland. I can build this one a little more organic. Because, you know, there's like a boundary of inorganicness that we're coming up against. Or unfertileness. Sure, there we go. We can just build a canal in the unfertile outside zone. How are we doing on ores? We've got so much ores. Maybe we could increase our metal production? Man, he's got a fucking hilarious face. Guy looks like the old Mad TV kid, except like brown haired instead of red haired. The dwarves all have such crazy faces in this game. It's absolutely hilarious. I would be absolutely horrified to be walking in like the dwarven part of town. See like this guy, old Volaine, Marilu just give me the stink eye. And it's like 3 children come out. All just look like fucking monsters. I don't know how these people coexist. That shit's terrifying. This looks like a reasonable patch of lands to occupy as well. So I'll get another fruit farm, and I'll look at the fertility graph, even though it's kind of difficult-ish to look at. We just want to grab everything that's okay fertile. It's going to be a pretty stank farm, but that is fine. We can have like 90% fertility. That'll be awesome. Willing to settle for like 85% though. So that's kind of the way it's looking anyways. I think the total fertility is just like an amalgam of all the squares, but I don't know for sure if the harvest is affected. Like if I add this square, okay, if I add these squares, do we lose plants? No. So it must be calculated probably on like a square by square basis or something. Whatever, this is our fowl farm. The pigs love the organic shapes, okay? So this, like, I can like hear the pigoids like getting rock hard for this. It's like, oh, this looks like Texas. Hell yes, everything's bigger in Texas. There we go. We could have another degen farm up here as well. Let's capitalize on this fertile ground. Maybe we could build a road just like following this mountain, because it's like crappy, unfertile grounds. There's not enough room for building anyways. How's our grain looking? We're not really consuming grain. So it's kind of like hard to imagine grain stuff being consumed at all. Does a bakery make noise? It does make noise. Everything makes noise. Okay. Bakery's probably good to have rolling at some point, though. Is there any good place to put it? We want all the farms to be up here. I guess I'm sort of trying to build another block industry over here. Kinda also suspicious of it. I mean, there isn't that much fertile ground here, so might actually be fine. We could just build the bakery right here too. Like, yeah, it's gonna be annoying for people walking up to the canteen, but they're walking past a bunch of noisy industries anyways. Here would be a good bakery. I'll just craft that as well. As always, we're gonna want like a rounded shape. Oh yeah, there's walls around the building. Okay. The corners will actually be like nice for like trees and stuff anyways. There we go. 5, 6, and then we go down 1. Then down another. Beautiful. It's a perfectly round building. Some space for like a little depot or something. Then we can have like an oven in the center. It's gonna be very, very hard to be space efficient with these fucking round buildings. But that's whatever. We've encountered a problem. We only got 75% fertility, efficiency. Okay, what if I put the super oven right here? We can have a big ass auxiliary oven here, and like a 3-piece Smartie right here. Then we can just have 2 3-pieces over here, up to 81% fertility, 88 fertility efficiency. Okay. Oh my god. Every square inch of this building is covered. I don't know if this building can even fit that shit. We could expand it this way since there's not really a purpose to having this empty space. And the pigoids love hideous rounded buildings. Okay, how do I... Okay. This looks gross. Let me shrink this once. Boom and boom. There we go. I guess that sort of makes sense. Then, I mean, this big central space just looks positive for me. For ovens. I know we're like increasing the amount of ovenage there is. Like, come on. Oh, 91%. 95. Is there any space? No. Okay, I've got an idea. We compromise. We have a slightly less big oven like this. We maintain our 100% efficiency, and we get like a storage here. There we go, and then we put like a door here. Awesome. 100% organic. If any pigoids work here, they're gonna have a good time. Boom. Hopefully that will help with the food preference stuff. 45 on jobbers. We need to build another farm as well. Do I already have a grain farm? I feel like I might have literally 0, and this is just all like grain that we've... No, we've got 1. Well, now we're gonna have 2. I'm gonna have a foul grain farm. Soak up some of the space up here. Mainly the space. The rest I don't really care about. This is some good fertile tiles. There we go. Get 2.5 workers. We could try to go for 3. 3.64, that's a little too much. There we go. Not much yearly output, but that's probably not taking into account the awesomeness of the pigoids. And any tool use that we have in the future as well. Stuff like that. Just kind of added a little canals here and there. Hopefully that'll be enough. Imagine the grain farm is not going to be super canaled out. God, there's so much good fertile ground that I just wrote it over. Okay. It is fine. Is this all shallow water? No, it is not. It's deep water. That's interesting. Maybe we could just like remove the water in the river and then build farms on top of it. Pretty sure that's what they did in like Denmark. It's like Ponsol or something. Not 100% sure. Our clothes situation is still looking not great, but I think that's because we just added 40 pigoids or some crap. They all wanted, you know, shirt, shoes, pants. We have an absolutely humongous textile tailor. How's our tool situation looking? Okay, we're soaking up more tools than we have available as tools. Cool. Then I guess I won't fiddle with that. We might want a twin of this canteen down here in Pigoid Land. Down here. It might be worth building some more dormitories as well. Because if you look at their gotness with this this percentage meter, this says 67%, and this is 47 and 19. If there's like some sort of, I don't know what you would call it, like decimal point we're not seeing, like 0.5, 0.5, then it makes sense that this would add up to 67 or round up to 67, which sort of indicates to me that they can get 100% sleeping services without it being all apartments. It's like an additive number. I think this maxes out at like 50 or some shit. But I could be wrong. It's also possible that you want 100% of both. I don't know. It's a strong indicator that dorms are worth maybe having. That's all I'm saying. We've got an absolute fuck ton of money as well, so it might be worth upping our imports of normal stone and normal wood and clay. Might also be worth getting a courthouse rolling, but that can always wait. I'm speeding up time a little bit. I don't think we should go too crazy with our stuff. We're gonna run out of wood pretty soon. Trying to think of which forest I'd want to cut down a little bit of. Yeah, I don't know. It's always hard because I mean, I guess the most reasonable one would be like a chunk from this forest that we're definitely not touching for the next like 10 years. Some shit. So that'll help with that. Might be worth issuing another order to harvest some crops as well. Some floor crops, nature crops, like these free floor fruits. There's a lot of wood just lying on farms as well. Yeah, we've issued a ton of orders. Someone's probably gonna die of heat stroke. Look at this fucking temperature meter. This is unbelievable. 50 degrees. I don't know what this type of degree is. I'm an American, so I don't know if it is Celsius. You know what I mean? Or if this is like some sort of thing that's neither Celsius nor Fahrenheit. But it's definitely high. Look, it's very orange. That indicates to me it's very, very temperature high. Very hot. That's the word for high temperatures. Build a little bit of a road here as well. On this ground that's used all the fucking time. We'll go like this. Ugh. And go up here as well. And people will just cut through the farm, which is fine. This is kind of nice. The doors open up right into the bridge, which might not be the best for traffic, but, you know, it's very welcoming. Going all the way down this little dirt bridge, and you can see it's the doors to this canteen. Smell the delicious foods and whatnot. What's our Entolodont pasture doing? Animals 8 out of 22? Why is there 8 out of 22? Because there's one fucking dude. Oh my god. Why did I set one dude to manage this giant farm? What the hell was I thinking? Okay, well it'll sort itself out eventually. I set it to auto-employ. The bakery is rolling as well. We have no storage for bread. That could go in warehouse 5. Got some drinks in warehouse 5. We're actually starting to build surplus since I added the other refinery. So a tavern might be in order. Which makes sense to me. Starting to run low on odd jobbers as all the farms kick into gear, and also the random other buildings. To be honest, every construction or whatever, refining building, crafting building, it's really a lot more space efficient than the farms. Like, even if I were to have been fully space efficient with this, just like in terms of like each of these employs 2 people, so we've got 8 people working in this chunk, and it'd be like 40 people for this crafting building. Another thing I was thinking about is getting a training hall going. So I think my spidey senses are tingling. I think we might get fucked over if we don't expand our training. I mean, we've got 32 plus 24, so that's 56 services. So actually, we don't need another training hall. I think adding the division of dwarves would be good. Also, all these guys need to be geared to the maximum. Well, near maximum. We're gonna have to increase our storage capacity for gear since it's not stored in the training halls or whatever. It's just stored in the warehouse until they need it. Which is this building right here. Boom. Okay, we've got 0 odd jobbers. Just gonna add in 15 dwarves to compensate for the dwarf sucking we were doing. Which would be nice. Hopefully it's not dwarven odd jobbers. Hopefully they like bump some less skilled laborers out of their jobs. Which is cruel, but you know. Ugh, this fertility is not good. Not very good, at least. Oh, we could make use of this fertility real quick as well. I don't think there's a problem with having just like a ginormous farm either. And get 92% fertility. There we go, 10 farmers exactly. The reasonable fertility. Sounds good to me. Dig a big ass canal here. I guess that's the flaw with the big farms. Whatever. We have 2,000 water table to work with. I guess since I'm adding this farm, I might as well add like 13 pigs so they can work in the farm. They enjoy it. It's their most fulfilling job for them. Yeah, all this ground down here is okay-ish fertility. Okay to good. Like when compared to... It's kind of... I don't know, it all looks kind of greenish. The colors kind of shift. It's a little bit hard to read sometimes. Seems like you still have a surplus of coal, so that's nice. Though it is draining... Is there a way to check my coal values? Am I burning through coal? And we're producing 427 and consuming 500. Okay. This is probably something we need to fix sooner rather than later. I really hate that I put the brewery right here. I should have put it like 3 blocks to the north. Oh, it's gonna trigger the fuck out of me forever. Whatever. I could put a loud block over here, maybe? I mean, there's some fertile ground there, but this whole chunk's just mediocre. Is there a better spot for charcoaler? Maybe somewhere in this forest, where the fertility's mediocre and the trees aren't that dense. Kind of wanted the city block to extend in like a gross fashion over here, but there could be like a cool place right next to it. That looks fine to me. At some point we're going to need to replace these dirt roads with stone roads, or like good stone roads too. Alright. Refining, charcoaler. Let's get another grody circle building. Okay, it's organic, 70%. Organic, 100%. Okay, it's mostly square. Maybe it's got extra organics, it's not symmetrical. No. We can get organic 100% by putting little rounded corners. Oh, that's gotta be the meta. Okay, so anyways. I guess like a kiln and a half kiln. Something tells me this is not gonna work. It's pretty close to working, actually. 78%. That's close but no cigar. Could maybe do this though. It's slightly less, and then we got the auxiliary kiln in here. And here. 78%. Then we hit a hard limit space. Okay, we could have 1 block less of kilns, or I guess 2 blocks less. Then we have absolute ton of auxiliary kilns over there. It's just kind of embedded in a wall of auxiliary kilns. Oh no! If we get our 100, we have no space for storage. Where am I going to put the storage? No. Okay. There's an easy compromise that we can make. Just make the building 1 bigger. We put an auxiliary kiln back here. Storage right here. It's a little bit space inefficient. We're definitely wasting some of our efficiency, but it is what it is. Boom. This should absolutely fix our charcoal production. Do the dwarves like working in charcoal? Let's see. They probably do not. Let's see. Charcoaler. That's charcoal mine. What about actual charcoalers? Metal smelter. Charcoalers 50%. Same's probably true of humans, if I had to hazard a guess. Yep. Don't know if it's like in human nature to love making charcoal. I think I'd rather add more dwarves. Just get that rolling. I mean, we should have made the building out of stone if we wanted dwarves working there. But maybe there'll be like a little shifting. Like some humans will go to work in the wooden building and some dwarves will work in the stone building they've got. Cool. So that's going to fix our charcoal deficit. Also, we've got 15 dwarven soldiers. Soldiering. He's not very good at battle yet. It's 13% training. He's also filthy as fuck, even though he has 100% well access. It's just a filthy, filthy dwarf. He's a gully dwarf. We could maybe build some more bathhouses. We've got 1 odd jobber. That's not great. Maybe we can make another disgusting farm and then add in some more people. Makes sense to me. Don't really care if these farms touch. I mean, I do care a little bit, but there's nothing I can do, dude. Look at that fertility. It is gonna step on the toes of the fisheries. Like, whatever fishery I end up making, it's gonna have to put storage somewhere, and it can't be in that farm, but that is fine. Maybe we can just make a really long one. Nobody cares about organic buildings except for the dwarves, who don't really care that much either. Uncharacteristic for dwarves, but it's true. Okay, cool. I really wonder about the amount of farmers. Like, is there nothing stopping me from just, like, I don't know, making this farm just to take the whole of this territory, except for the fact that, like, it would mess up my fisheries a little bit? I don't know. Well, whatever. We have 400 research points as well. Is there anything that we need to unlock that we could be working towards? There's like unlocking a distillery. But it sort of looks like the distillery is like a multiplier building. We could start working on our toolsmithing, because tools are something we're going to want at all our places. Obviously, getting our mining thing up and getting gem mines unlocked might be good. Don't think getting chambers would be good. Oh, warehouse would be good. It increases the carrying capacity of warehouse dudes. I think this makes sense to me. This will make our colony much more efficient. And, we focus very heavily on farming, so I'm gonna... Let's see. So this says 1.5, plus 1.5. I'm gonna quickly look. So skill, irrigation, tending. So it says plus 0.06. Now what happens if I research this? This might not be the best use of tech points, but whatever. Now it's plus 0.07. Okay, so that is a 1% boost. Interesting. So it's just additive, I guess. Yeah, it's not bad. One day we're gonna have to build a bunch of libraries as well. Which is fine. It must be done, so it will be done at some point. There's so much space on the map, so it'll be fine. Surely. Got a giant fruit farm going, which is cool. Man, Maximus Bloodfire. That is a really badass name. Wait, they're not even farmers. These are just dudes that are just hanging out on the farms. I guess they're buddies with the farm workers. Ooh. Oh, this guy's got a good look to him. It's all puckered. Are the buildings built yet? Yeah, the canteen is rocking. It's not 100% load, which is actually awesome. It's a farm. It's a canteen by pigs and for pigs. They serve vegetable stir fry. It's cool. Bakery is also rocking. Gralt Hams has seen too much. There's a lot of bread. Do we not have bread storage? We should have bread storage, right? We do have bread storage. It's just all chilling in there. The warehouse should have workers, as far as I know. Employees 0 out of 0. What the hell? That's why the fucking bread's not in the spot. Okay. Alright, I'm adding like another 30 pigoids. They will work in the warehousery. We have like 0 on jobbers, so it's fine. I think I'll make a disgusting farm to go here as well. And we can maybe make like a horrible fishery. Have it... I don't know where it's gonna be. Okay, what's the fertility here? 93%, 100%? It's a lot of fertility to be giving up. About down here, 100%. Well, everything near the river is gonna be 100%. We need to have a strip somewhere. I'm guessing the strip here is gonna be where that fishery is gonna be. Or the like important parts of the fishery. That way we can get a nice repulsive mega farm going. Just occupies all the good squares, but none of the bad squares. This reminds me of a game, like a forum game I played when I was a child. It was like a... I don't even know how to describe it. There's like this map, like a world map, and everyone had a country, and they could post and add like pixels to their country's borders, and that was the game. Like everyone participated, and you had like a certain amount of territory points or whatever that you could work with, like every single post. I don't think I had a post limit per day. I was like, I don't remember if I organized it or if I just helped organize it. Whatever the case, I was like in a leadership role or something. Here we go. It's getting a foul fishery. There's only 50% fish. It's not a great fishery, but we have a fish deficit. We need fish. So this will have to do. You know, it's so dog shit, I don't want to make it huge. Actually, I kind of almost want to just build more farms in this water, but... Actually, hold up. Fuck this fish farm. I can expand these farms. If the fishery ain't good, then we just make the farm bigger. And they can touch too. I'm gonna make this one smaller. It's gotta be... The closer you get to the even number, I think the better. Because it rounds down, not up. Okay, you expand. We obviously can't have disconnected blocks. That would not make sense. Boom, 4.29. But there's still more ground to cover. Can we get a full 5-pointer? 5-pointer? Yeah, 5 farmers. There we go. Oh, yes, this is perfect. Perfectly hideous. I probably should have double-checked the fish levels on this side of the coast. That was all bad fish coast. We do need another fishery. Let's see, that's foul fish zone. This is a pretty good fish zone, but I've already got it like captured. Could have a minor fishery here. Seems a little dog shit. Could have a good fishery right here in this peninsula. No, I guess there's no reason we can't have tiny fisheries in all the good fish spots. Right, hold up, shrink it, get it off that one tile. I mean, this is 75% fish, so it's not like a perfect fishery. But it's definitely better than the other one. We can get storage right here that connects directly to the road. Get a little auxiliary. Boom. It's a 3-man fish operation. Should be nice. Got a wonderful vegetable farm. We're also running low on booze. I was wrong when I said we had a ton of booze. Can I double check how the distillery works? It just produces booze. I wonder why it says it makes it more efficient. I mean, I guess the distillery is more efficient in terms of pots. So that is just like superior. Okay. It's like 25% more drink per pot. How are we looking on odd jobbers? We've got tons of odd jobbers. How are we looking on metal, coal? We're getting our metal back and we've got coal. No, we've got such a surplus of cut stone and money that I think we can get a little jewels import. Just like one click of it. Yeah, we're gonna want like 50 jewels. That's gonna suck up a ton of our money. Then I'm gonna do a little double whammy and make some fancy roads. Let's see. It looks like this thoroughfare is the most used of all the thoroughfares. So I'm gonna consume 84 of the fancy stone. That's gonna be the start of our fancy roads. Look at him go. This is gonna look absolutely horrendous until we have like a semblance of stuff. Evenness with it. Regularity, that's the word I'm looking for. Well, hold up, they're moving. They're absolutely hustling on the fucking fancy road. Is the fancy road actually better? Look at him zoom! Oh my god. Yeah, you can see 2 pigoids and... Okay, we might need a lot of fancy road. This is some good shit. Okay, that's cool. That's a thing we're gonna have to mess with soon. We could improve the productivity of our entire town if we just cover it in fancy stone. I'm sure the pigoids like the fancy roads too. Like if I pause time real quick. Let's see. Indoctrination. Education. Wait, educated adults work as a bank of knowledge, giving us tech points. Alright, that's something to consider. Wait. You've got no awe? Look at this fucking road. It's 20% awe. Okay, how's your road looking? Yeah, they get juice from roads. So any points they lose from the harmony being lost, they're gonna get from the roads. Just being better. Is there any other services I wanted to build? This was supposed to be the service episode. I kind of just built random shit. I mean, I think that's gonna be like every episode. But you know what? I'm gonna build a tavern and a dormitory. How's the fertility looking? I think the tavern and the dormitory should be up here. So we have much more farmage up here. There's this little like shithole zone with no fertility. Maybe a tavern could be here, or the dorm could be here. Be a little bit unfair if the pigoids were the first ones. Well, I say it's unfair. They're the majority. You need to appeal to the majority population. I think the dormitory makes more sense. Maybe we could do both. We could build a tavern right here. We could have like a kind of fucked up city block. The dorm definitely needs walls around it. That's a little bit silly. We can save on some walls and make it more organic. We do that. We get a boom. There we go. Probably want to expand this one. Then we can round these corners as well, and we're just good to go. 94% organic. Oh, you drive a hard bargain, Pigoids. We need this spot for road. Hold up, 100% organic. Good. How much furniture do we got? 182. This is as big as the beds get. I could put one here. Maybe a knick-knack will go there. Boom. That's the most important thing, I think. There we go. Now we just need to add coziness amplifiers, which is just small little end tables. Boom, 100%. We can add door right here. And here, I guess. Boom. We can have like a tree over here and some fancy road. Then maybe a small tavern, though I'm not 100% sure if I should have one. The tavern can be next time. We need, until we got like a massive drink surplus, a tavern's not really going to do anything. Oh, fuck me. Okay, hold up. Hello, friend. We're a band of noble people, keeping the peace in the region of Flansburgh. Yeah. They want 40,000 bucks. They have 30 soldiers, but they have 0 training and 0 equipment. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be bending the knee to these guys. But whatever. That'll be the end of the episode. More raiders on the horizon as we build our dormitory. We have 45 soldiers. They have 30. Our soldiers are armed and armored. Their soldiers are not. In theory, it should be a landslide to the point where I don't necessarily want to go crazy and add even more recruits. All our dudes are gonna have so much arms and armor, right? Let me just double check. Let me look at one of these dudes. Yeah, Pigoid McGee over here. Afara Blackwidge has 100% training, and they're gonna have like 100% gear. As these guys have 1% training and 5% gear. The difference, it's just too powerful. Yeah, I'm not gonna train extra dudes. That would be silly. Anyways, we got some stuff done. We expanded our services. We expanded our farms. We've started to implement the advice from the comments section to build rounded buildings. Things are looking good in our little colony. I think it's going swimmingly. I think if these raiders are any indicator, we're absolutely rocking, because I feel much more confident fighting these guys, even if we don't do anything to prepare, than I felt with the last guys. Because the Gulf is just that much bigger. So yeah, I think that's a strong indicator that things are looking good for our colony. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Syx. Goodbye!